Nah, switch up.
The highest cloud, I've been up for so long, don't wanna calm down. I just wanna stay up, man, I'm gonna stay up. I just want.
Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Ichi Chooks here, part of the Ichi Band Squad. Welcome back to the channel, and we've got something a little bit different today. A lot of people have been asking about it, so I decided to make it again. Yes sir, I've got another tips and tricks video for you Raven players out there. I will be making this one a series, so this is episode 1 of the tips and tricks series, and I aim to making some bite-sized videos, not too long, that can give you some tips and stuff that I use whenever I'm playing high rank Tekken. As you guys might have been aware if you watched the last video, I made God 5, which is a massive achievement for me, so I'm trying to give you guys some game with this, and hopefully you guys will be able to get some value out of the tips that I give you. Well, that's enough talking. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the tutorial. Stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed if you're new. Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Ichi Chooks here, part of the Ichi Band Squad. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to this new series called Raven Tips and Tricks. Welcome to episode 1, in which I will be talking about certain tips and certain tricks that I use that are very digestible, that you can use in your gameplay, that should help you give that advantage against players. I use these whether in player matches or in ranked, and it's really helped me to climb the ladder. I recently just made God 5, so I'm happy to be sharing all of these tips with my fellow Raven lot. So lock in, guys, will be a good one. Really quickly, I just want to thank everyone for subscribing, and if you are new, please do give the video a like, a comment, and even consider subscribing as well, as we've got some more content coming up very soon. But enough of that, let's get on with the video. Alright, for our first video, I'd like to talk about teleport utilization with Raven. Now, we all know Raven is our favorite ninja. He loves teleporting all over the gap. He's got all of these mix-ups. Really tricky, really hard to pin down. But what I'd like to talk about is 2 specific moves that got changed in the latest season. Now, these moves had the addition, the teleport that got added on top of them hitting, and that's really important because we're going to talk about how we can utilize that teleport here. So the moves I like to talk about are back turn, back to 4, as you can see there, back turn, back to 4, and soul zone 3. Now, the important thing to pay attention here isn't necessarily the teleport in and of itself, it's the frames that you get. It's really important to talk about the frames because that's how I managed to get around a few people and get some really nice punishes that look really clean. So let's start by talking with back turn, back to 4. As you can see, once it hits, we're neutral, right? So I'm at 0, they're at 0, we've hit the neutral game, and that's really important because we can utilize those neutral frames to kind of get around the opponent if they don't know how to deal with Raven, and chances are they don't know how to deal with Raven. I mean, people complain notoriously about not knowing how to play Raven because you don't see him on ranked, so we have that advantage and we're going to utilize that advantage entirely. Now, because we're at neutral, we have a lot more chances to step pressure provided someone wants to mash, and we can sidestep and go for a punish if they decide to do so. And what I'm going to demonstrate here is a simulation of someone getting pressured, and we sidestep them immediately. So as you can see here, I've got Jin punishing us with whatever this move, I can't remember what it is, but it's I think it's 14 frames because my knee is minus 14 on block and it says punish there. So this is a 14 frame move, decently fast, not too slow either. What I'm going to demonstrate here is the power of stepping at neutral, especially when someone is trying to mash their way through your offense. So as we see here, if I step to the left, instant side step, and you can see just how valuable that thing is. He whiffed entirely. All I have to do was step to the left and I've got a clean punish, and you can go for a launch punish. There you go, just like that, and you've got a launch punish there. Now that is really helpful in your poke game against Raven because people don't know how to deal with that teleport. It's really important to know they're going to be at neutral, which allows you to go for these sidestep plays. Just remember, certain characters certain characters are throwing out homing moves, but typically speaking, they won't know what the hell is going on, so you should be okay. Now, I know a lot of people might be wondering, but Ichi Chooks, this move is, it's really new, it's really linear, it's so easy to sidestep. I got you, don't worry. So, as we all know, everyone has a weak side to them and a strong side. Well, weak side being that they're susceptible to certain sidesteps. So, I think for Jin is mainly SSR, sidestep right, into the foreground, which is hilarious. But his electric, which I've got him to do here, is you have to sidestep right it as well. but we're sidestepping left in this scenario, and if we try to, we get clipped, as I'll show you right here. I try to sidestep, it clips me. But it's important to know that you are neutral, so as long as you understand where you're stepping to, you'll get the sidestep. Now you can see here, I've sidestepped his electric to the right, and it worked fantastically. It works even better because we're at neutral as opposed to being minus. So please remember that this move sets you up in neutral and allows you to go for those sidestep plays and those quick punish and launches if you're ready, if you are ready. Really strong tool. Really quick, I wanted to talk about another aspect of this move which is really important. And that is the fact that you can go into other stances when you teleport as well. As you can see here, if you just press the command by itself, if it's Soul Zone 3 and you do it on block, he just teleports. Normally, if you hold back, you know, you can go into back stance, or you can go into crouching when it hits as well. And this is really important because this is also how we can utilize frame knowledge and frame advantage as well. So it's the same thing applies for back turn, back 2-4. You can hold down to go into crouching, or you can hold back to go into back turn, and that's really cool because we can use that to try and get some counter hit launches. I think you might have already clocked what I'm talking about. That's right, it's While Rising 2. While Rising 2 is a 13 frame mid counter hit launcher which is safe on block as well because it's -8. It's not punishable. This is really important because you can typically use this after a teleport to try and catch someone off guard, especially if they're mashing. So we talked about the previous example. Let's run it again, right? So we've got Jin doing that move. Sorry, we've got him doing that move again, which is 14 frames. Now, let's run the simulation again. If I do back turn, back 2-4 as normal, and then I hill crouch, if we do While Rising 2 right after that, we should get a counter hit launcher launching the guy if he mashes. Let's try it out. It's a bit late there, give me a second. Boom, there you go. Big launcher there. As you can see, it's a mid launcher, hits immediately. I think this is a really good tool to use, especially after the teleport. You can use the sidestep, but if you know that they're gonna mash, you can go for the cheeky low afterwards. If you're holding, you know, down after the teleport and then hit them with that counter hit launcher, that's really good. As you can see, you get a big combo from there. Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like doing personally. It even works with Soul Zone 3, as you can see. Soul Zone 3 teleport. The difference is you're -1 on teleport when you hit Soul Zone 3 block. Now obviously you can do the back turn, you can do the crouching, but because it's -1 and the move that Jin is doing is 14 frames, technically speaking, what should happen is that we should trade hits, but I still get the counter hit launcher. So let's test it out. Hold on. Yep, there, perfect. As you can see, my move is 13 frames, but because of the extra 1 frame that I lost when I did you know, the move at -1, they're both 14 frames. Now we trade, but I get the big trade-off because I used a counter hit launcher. This is really useful for those moments when you want to try and, you know, confuse the opponent. If you don't want to step, or if you know that they're going to press, just get this one set up, hold down, boom, there you go. There's a While Rising 2 and it's a big counter hit launcher. The best part is, even if they block, you're safe. You might have to give up your turn, but at least you're safe. So this is a tool that I use in my gameplay all the time. You might see it in some of the videos. Probably have some footage playing now, but really useful tool for getting those counter hit launches. And remember to always step, or to try and step if you've got that frame advantage there and you can get a decent launch. It's down to you, whichever one you want to do. Just utilize the teleport more and remember the frames when you teleport, and that'll be really helpful. And that will conclude it for this episode. I will have more tips and tricks coming up for Raven, so stay tuned, trying to make them bite-sized for you guys, so hopefully you guys enjoy the content. But thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.
The highest cloud, I've been up for so long, don't wanna calm down. I just wanna stay up, man, I'm gonna stay up. I just wanna